Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, TheRumpledOne, coming to you on Friday, September the 27th. The year's 2024. It's time for the weekly wrap-up. Let's talk trading, right? These videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. Let's take a look at the weekly chart. The dashboard shows all the weekly open gaps have filled. Notice that the pound is 82 pips above the weekly open, 39 off the high and 147 off the low. Notice we did take out that weekly pivot. If we zoom out to the monthly, we can see we're 269 pips above the monthly open, 38 off the high, 394 off the low. And we are above the upper wick zone of the previous month. If we take a look at the day, you can see we are 16 pips below the daily open, 31 off the daily high and 37 off the daily low. And if you notice here, we've fallen out of that wick zone of the previous day, the upper wick zone. And just to look at the yearly, we're 685 pips above the yearly open, just 38 off the high and 1,097 off the low. We had an inside bar 19 days ago, and we are over 200 pips away from it. But it looks like today's going to be an inside bar. So expect some inside bar action. And we've got one more trading day left this month on Monday. So Monday we'll have a weekly open and a monthly wrap-up all in the same day. Only 68 pips of range, but if you look at these ranges, obviously something happened with Japan. We've got the beast, the pound yen, 514 pips of range. Dollar yen, 411. Euro yen, 449. Obviously, there's been something going on, and I'm not sure. Well, let's just take a quick look here at that yen chart. Wouldn't it have been nice to short that high? And you see here, what did we hit? We hit 146.495, almost a psychological 50. It fell out of that area, and if you just look left, as you can see, it's what did the chart tell us? That there were sellers. I mean, you could say that's hairy hindsight, but that kind of looks like an easy read, because you can see here, once again, it broke through this chart, or this this day, or there's a lot of selling, but it got back into this area where there's a lot of selling. So you could see here, is it going to break through, go into the up, or are the sellers going to take over? And if you look here, you can see between here and this level, that was a range right there. And that's just looking left. Let's just take a look at these other pairs. This is kind of interesting, at least to me. Is that right? 1.49 almost hit the 50. And how about here? 0.97 almost hit the double low. So you can see it was hitting psychological levels, and then all of a sudden, boom. So if there's any yen traders out there, let me know. Almost makes me wish I was trading the yen, but that's okay. I didn't see any extremes in the horizon. Back to the pound. You can see we've crisscrossed that daily open a few times. Obviously, there was a push. See, 1, 2, 3 hours ago. And once again, just looking at the chart, just look here. Price just can't seem to close above this area. Failing to close above usually indicates it's going down. Just, sometimes these simple little one sentence types, I don't know if you want to call them rules, ideas, can prove to be profitable. But of course, you have to have your risk management in place, because you don't want to lose more than you're willing to lose on any single trade. That's so important. And you can look here. Here's that big range bar that I talked about. And what's happening? Looks like price wants to go right back to that open. And we had a big range bar here. And what happened? Price went back to the open. And the red rats, had a couple of times to trigger here. If you missed it the first time, you could take it the second time. Pips to be made. The pivot, Bambino Flex indicator said go long near the pivot. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It said to go long. The pivot trading plan said near pivot, go long. And right here, we had a nice green H4 to go long here the first time. It went up, but it came back down. So you should have taken your pips before the market took them back. You come back again, and you can see price near S1 was long, price near R1. Never got close to R1, really. And then again, if you look left, you can see red, you see wicks. And it's just saying, if it doesn't close above, it's coming back down. Daily pivot taken, weekly pivot taken, monthly pivot taken. So we still have a missed pivot here in September. It doesn't look like this one's going to get taken out anytime soon. At least anytime soon being this month. Daily missed pivots. We've got one way down here. And that one doesn't look like it's going to be taken out soon. In and out of that upper wick zone on the daily. Once again, proven these simple horizontal lines that don't move during the day can be profitable if you trade them. And some people say you get cut up. Well, if you get cut up, sometimes maybe you have to look to a higher time frame, trade with that candle color. So M30, H4, the daily, the weekly. You have to find what works for you. Some people can use the 1 minute, some people can use the 5 or 15 as a bias. But, the lower the time frame, the quicker you have to be. So, the weekly range, 186, 58 percentile. We did break out of the previous week's high by 94. Never even got close to the previous week's low. You can see we've been above that weekly midpoint the entire time. That's a bias also. High minus close, 36 at the moment. Close minus low, 150. So, rats were rewarded. Weekly open crossover traders, 121 to the high side, 65 to the low side. So those two were rewarded. And remember, I said something about just one on yesterday's video, or in Wednesday's video. thing about it, if you really think about it, is, you have to be okay with not having a trade sometimes. And if you're doing a weekly open crossover, there's some days you might not get the opportunity. And you just have to realize that. Looking at our simple price action trading screen, you can see here the 134.25 psychological level. Price didn't close above it on the M30, pulled back down. You can see we had this big range bar, price trying to get back there. And the M30 ranges are definitely tradable. The last previous seven were all over 10 pips, currently at 11.7. So that's the kind of movement you can make money off of. You can see here price is going from 3-ball to 3-ball. There's a lower high trade that clicked. That would have been good for about 6 pips, 5 or 6 pips. You can make a living off of 5 or 6 pips. People, a lot of traders don't believe that, but the thing is, it's like lifting weights. You start lifting 5 pounds, and then you move up to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 20, and you're still doing the same motion. But the thing is, you perfect your form, and that form in trading would be sticking to your trading plan. That's the form you're perfecting. And as time goes, you should be making profit. And as you make profit, your account grows, so you can start trading heavier, and that means more lots. And so if you're trading 10 lots or 5 lots, 5 lots is 50 bucks a pip, right? You make 5 pips, that's $2.50 a day. And that's not bad, especially you might be able to do that 1 or 2 trades in and out, done for the day. Now, of course, you might want to make more. You might want to try for 10 pips, make 500 a day. You might want to try and make 1,000 a day. That's up to you. But you can, so long as your form is good form, and you have some good luck, you can make it. And let's see, looking at the previous, I think I've got the previous 5 days highs listed here. We can see where price is and compared to the highs and the midpoints and the lows. So you can see here we're above a couple of highs, above all the midpoints, above all the lows. And you can even do that on a daily, and you can see what's happening with price. On an hourly, sometimes you get a better overview, but you can start trading those wick zones of previous days sometimes. And looking here, we've pushed the range up to 1135. And if we look at the range by month, 432. Now, that's pretty low for the month of September. We come all the way down, you can see that's going to be very low. And looks like I'm running out of time here. So, fellow traders, hope you're having a good September and a good 2024 in terms of trading. I'm going to wish you a fun and safe weekend. And when you come back to trading, always remember, never forget, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is the Rumpled One, over and out.